I'd love to hear more about like the birthing centers themselves, because that's what we want to create.
Yeah, the vision for the future. Okay.
In the moment.
Hi, I'm Cara Maria Ananda, and I'm the creator of the Conscious Birth Emissary project, and I teach Conscious Birth Emissary training and Conscious Birth Doula mentorship, and wrote a book called The Sacred Nature of Birth. And I've been working in conscious birthing for about 14 years now as a doula and a pregnancy and infant body worker, and I'm the mother of a 12-year-old, well, almost 12 years old, who was born at home naturally, and now a little baby who's 5 months old who was born at home in the water unassisted. And my vision for the future is that all babies on the world are able to come into this world in peace, and that in order to do so we need to create conscious birthing facilities in every environment. I think that home birth is really key, but at this time in the world not everybody has a home that's necessarily like clean or private enough or set up enough for people to be birthing in their own environments. So I really believe that birth centers are the way of the future, the way of creating conscious birth facilities that are accessible to everybody. My dream is that there would be birth centers within walking distance of every neighborhood with midwives and support groups and massage therapists and doulas available, and that actually rather than a birth center, which I think is more modeled on the hospital model, in fact a lot of hospitals today call their birthing wards centers. And so people say, oh, I'm going to the birth center, but you're actually going to the hospital ward. It's just the same thing. It just has like nice furniture and you know, curtains and stuff like that, and then a little iPod dock so you can listen to your music. And maybe a pool, but it's still in the hospital. So what I would like to see is birth gardens, actually, where there's beautiful spaces that are designed with sacred geometry, that are created with architecture conducive to the natural patterns of nature, to support nature coming through as babies. And to have water birthing facilities where there are, ideally it'd be great to have natural mineral spring pools outside and inside, protected from the sun, where we have not only natural water in like round and sacred geometry shaped pools, but also like sound transducers underwater so that music, natural music like whale sounds and beautiful peaceful music can come vibrating through the water. At my recent birth at home, we did this. We had the speakers up against the water birth pool, and it was amazing. I could feel the vibrations of the music through my whole body, and during the contractions I was able to just tone and feel that vibrations relaxing the ligaments of the uterus and relaxing my body, and the baby could feel it too. I could tell because he was calm and relaxed and helped me to be in tune with him. And I really love the vision of birth gardens in the world, where all these birth centers are actually garden spaces where there's pathways and little meditation spots that are private around the center, so families can come and moms who are in labor can walk around outside. I think it's really, really supportive for mothers to be connected to nature when they're both pregnant and in labor. And one of the things that disturbs me about hospitals today is that many of them are completely shut off from outside nature, that you have recycled air, you have windows that can't actually open. It's designed to be a sterile environment, so they separate you from nature, but it's not actually a sterile environment because hospitals today harbor superbugs. It's a place where sick people go and people who are diseased go. So there's actually a lot more illness that you could be exposed to. And even just hospital curtains. Imagine people walking into the room and everybody that walks in the room touches the curtains and pulls it and pushes it back. Hospital curtains themselves harbor so much germs and energy, and you know, from being touched by so many different people. The very most safest place for babies to be born, I believe, is in the home environment, because the home, from an epidemiological perspective, the baby who is being born doesn't have a developed immune system. So when they're born, they get their immunity from the mother, from the birth process, and from the colostrum in the breast milk. And so they're going to be immune to whatever the mother's immune to. So the mother's natural home environment is what she is most immune to. So the baby's going to have the best chance of not getting an infection, of having a strong immune system, being healthy in the mother's home environment. But if she doesn't feel comfortable birthing in her home, then she needs to have a safe space. And I feel that as part of creating a conscious humanity and creating the space to welcome babies in today, we need to create these birth gardens in communities all around the earth today. And so for conscious communities being formed, both in urban environments and intentional communities, I believe that these birth gardens, creating these birth gardens, has to be a central component to creating conscious community. Because in order to create change in the world today, since we're being faced with more crisis and pollution and challenges than ever before, there's a lot that we can do, but there's only so much that we can do in our lifetime. And it's really up to the generations to come to be able to continue this path of change. And in order to bring these generations forth in the way that they have the highest capability to find the creative solutions within themselves and to have that secure attachment to family, to humanity, and to the earth, they need to be born with secure attachments and born in love and peace. And that's why if we just did one thing in the world today to create change, to create peace, and that one thing was birthing the babies in love and peace, then that would change the entire world. And it would shift the direction of humanity that humanity is going.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, that's beautiful. Where can we go to learn more about the work that you're doing and more about yourself?
Well, you can find me online at birthemissary.com. That's birthemissary.com. And you can learn more about the conscious birthing books and consultations and courses that I offer there. And for mothers and parents who are looking for support, I also have a website and a group at mamatribe.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.